Yahweh Shimmy Yahweh Shai. This is Apostle Ricard back once again with another impromptu video. I'm still down here in Houston. You know, who knows? Hey, like I said, man, the spirit on me. I don't know, man. Like Lord willing, I was gonna leave today, but then I'm not really in no rush to get back,
Yeah, yeah.
back home just yet. I ain't really got nothing going on like that. Shit, I'm here with brothers.
Con.
So,
It's
and
good.
and then I was thinking I might leave tomorrow, but who knows, man? I might just motherfucking hang out till Wednesday. You know what I mean? That'd be like about a week,
Yeah, yeah.
right? A day less.
That labor.
Because I came here was it last Thursday.
Thursday, you con.
So who knows? I might just hang out till Wednesday. When the spirit compels me to leave, I'll leave.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Con.
I'm here with my brothers. Introduce yourself, brother.
The
Brothers
brother,
know who the
Con.
brother is.
The brother Atazaria from the GMS Houston.
Con.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. You can say a few words.
Con, yeah, man. Me and the apostle just sitting here building, just talking about Jake, Jake in law enforcement and shit like that.
Con.
Jake could be, Jake will uphold Esau's laws and shit, but when it comes to the laws and statutes of the Heavenly Father, they shun that,
Yeah.
But they'll ride hard for Esau,
Yeah.
And we were talking about Bass Reeves.
Yeah, on Paramount, that Bass Reeves movie series, which I checked which I watched it, Lord willing. I'm gonna definitely catch the new episodes because the episodes come out yesterday. I think but Bass Reeves, it was a true story. He was a lawman, a Jake, and this is during the 1800s. He was a U.S. Marshal. So he was out there in Oklahoma, what they call Indian territory, and he was chasing down outlaws and stuff like that. And the word has it that, which I've heard this before, even Esau says so. The whole idea, he was the motivation behind the Lone Ranger. The masked man, Tonto, his Indian sidekick, because Bass Reeves, he was a lawman that rode all around the West, chasing down outlaws, and he had a Native American sidekick. He had a Gadite that was with him.
Con.
So basically Esau took that story and I guess they made it into a book or made it into a movie, years later, the Lone Ranger, but the Lone Ranger was a cracker,
Right.
like they didn't make him a Jake because, back in them days, they wasn't going to make Jake into no hero,
Yeah.
But like I said, this dude, that's what started the conversation. I said, yeah, but the dude, I said, okay, he was chasing down criminals and outlaws. I said, but basically, the damn devil, Esau is a criminal, and not this whole United States government, this whole system. Like if you're gonna talk about you a lawman, right? All you jakes or any of you tribes, you go and you become a policeman, even if you're so-called sincere. Like, no, man, I really want to clean up the streets. I want to get all the drug dealers and I want to get all the gang members off the street. Okay, that's cool, right? Like you do have some of these cops. Some of them become cops because they so-called really sincere about it. Not all of them. A lot of them is just a power trip thing.
Right.
But you do have certain cops out there that actually, especially Jake, when I say Jake, I'm talking about you tribes. And whether you a Negro or Latino or Native American, and you become a cop because you really want to try to, what you call it? You really want to do some good.
Yeah. You want to help betterment for your people.
Yeah, you want to clean up the community. Because, if you were Jake, you grew up in the hood.
Right.
A lot of them cops, they grew up in the hood and they grew up seeing motherfuckers get murdered or seeing ODing, or they grew up seeing women getting raped or seeing people, their friends dying from drugs and this, that, the third. So they say, I want to become a cop. I want to make a difference.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't make no difference.
That's right.
Because you're working for a corrupt criminal organization.
Right.
The PD, right? And it all goes in line. The PD, police department, is nothing but an extension of the military.
That's right.
The PD, the military, the feds.
Yep.
Especially, come on, the CIA is on the top of the list.
Yeah, con. Yep.
Yeah, you got something to say, brother?
I got the scripture.
Come on with it.
This is Proverbs chapter 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. And it's who's the oppressor? Okay? Who's got their fucking foot on our neck, man? And it's had their foot on our neck. Okay, as the scriptures say, he hits us with that continual stroke, man. You know, which when you go into it, it's a stroke without letting loose. So he's been kicking our ass, man. You know, but you know, like the apostle said, you know, you got these jakes, they sincere, but you're upholding the devil's ways, man. You
Yeah,
know,
con.
you choosing the way of the oppressor. You know, you should choose the ways of Yahweh while Yahweh shy. Okay, which is a righteous way. Esau's way is a wicked way, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Because if you guys want to do some good, yeah, you envying the ways of the oppressor. You want to try to join Esau's system. I had a on my mother's side of the family, I have a cousin. He's a retired police officer. You know, he was a cop for years up in New York City, right?
Con.
I mean, he's a cool dude. I mean, I'm cool with him. We get along. Me and him always got along. He's like an older cousin of mine. So as a kid, I always kind of looked up to the guy. So I want to look up to him and stuff. You know, he's Jake. You know,
Con.
you know, he's a cool jazzy dude. You know, he used to be in the music and shit like that. Years before he became a cop, he used to be a DJ. He used to be a rapper. So me and my other cousins, you know, we were like he's like an older cousin. He got me by a few years. So, you know, when we was little, me and my other cousins that was my age, you know, he used to babysit us when we was little. You know, we loved him. We looked up to him. You know, we wanted to be just like him because he was cool. You know, he's a Jake. He was cool. He got women. He rapped. He DJ'd. He did it all.
Yeah.
You know, and then like a few years later, and he got older and shit, he ended up becoming a cop. And, you know, he's retired now. You know, he retired as an officer. He's like he rose up through the ranks. He became like a lieutenant. He retired as he was a member of the New York City Police Department.
Con.
Right? He retired. You know, he did well for himself. He made money. He did his thing. But you know, and he was able to retire alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Shit, he might have been a cop, I want to say, for like 25 years maybe. You know what I mean? Right? But anyways, that was his thing, right? And his thing, he was always trying to get me and somebody, I'm talking about years, this is back years ago while he was still on the job. He would always look, man, you should become a cop, man. Yo, man, that's power. Don't you realize, like, if all of us become cop, the family, all of us is cops, that's power. He didn't understand, and he knew about the truth, because I used to teach him the truth. And he was cool, because he's like a dude that always seeks, he's like one of them guys that's always thirsty for knowledge, so he was cool. He never scoffed the truth, but he was like, you know, I thought I was really getting through to the dude. I was showing him things. Like, man, me and him used to go in. I used to go in with the scriptures with him, you know? So he knows all about the truth. He knows about the Israelites. He knows this, that, the third, you know? But his whole thing, after all that, but I had to come to the reality that it wasn't meant for him.
Yeah.
You know? Remember, what the Bible says, not all, Yahweh Shai said, Matthew's the 19th chapter, not all men can receive this same, save they to whom it is given.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not for everybody, but you know, years ago when you were young in this truth, you brothers and myself included, all of us, years ago, when you first come in the truth, you're a novice.
Novice. Yeah.
So you thinking, you want to try to wake up every Israelite that you see, even your woman, you know? Come on, you brothers that's been in this truth for a certain amount of years, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That's an experience we all go through. Okay? If you got a woman, you want to try to teach your woman and make her into an Israelite woman, and then you get mad when she just don't go for it.
Right.
You try to go teach your parents.
Yeah.
You try to teach your aunt and uncles. Because you love, these are people that you love and you grew up with. So you want to try to wake them up, man, because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you know that this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And if you ain't one of the Lord's elect, I just said it, elect.
Yep.
And that's all throughout the scriptures.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
You got something else, brother?
Let me see.
See what I'm saying? So the reason I brought up my cousin, because like I said, I was trying to, over the years, for the past 30 years, man, I tried to, but that's back when I was young in the truth. You know what I mean? Back in like the mid to late 90s, I used to try to teach him, but it never took. Because, you know, he was in this thing, yeah, man, so you know, our people, we need to get in this, you know, one of those.
Right.
We got to, become a cop. See, if all these brothers become cops and get and infiltrate the system, then we could change it from the inside out. That old school philosophy. Now, my homeboy Nathaniel, Nate, I don't know if that was his so-called mentality when he became a cop, but he should have goddamn knew better. Right. Let me explain something to you about Nate. Nate, he became a cop because he was just wicked and he had no faith. See, well, he did it for the job security, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the thing is this, man. Nate, see, my cousin is different because my cousin wasn't in the truth. He was a Jake in the world. He didn't know nothing about the truth, and he became a cop.
Right.
That's one thing if you became a cop when you was in the world.
Yeah.
But how you gonna be in the truth? At that point, Nate was already in the truth for like maybe 15 years. 10 to, let me see. Yeah, maybe, no, I'd say by the time when Nate became a cop, he had already been in the truth for like 10 years at that point. And remember, he wasn't just no regular low rank. He was in 1 West. Nate was a 5-shield general. He was a top, I'm talking about in 1 West. Nate, he arose to the level of a general, a 5-shield general. So this dude was like, he went as high as he could go in the Israeli school. He had his own camp, men under him in 1 West. You know, before the splits, we were all still together. So he was a top 5-shield general in 1 West. He was a top ranking man. And Nate was always real good with the scriptures. He know the scriptures. What in your mind would compel you to become a cop? After you like already been in the truth.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Change the system. You ain't changing nothing, man.
Right.
See, but that's the trickery of this devil. Esau puts that bullshit out there for Jake to feed on the Babylon juice.
Yeah.
To make you accept the ways of Babylon.
Go
ahead, brother.
This is the book of Romans chapter 6 and 16. It says, know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom you obey?
That's right. Esau, the king of Babylon, which is Esau, this devil. So all these jakes that become cops and shit like that or join the military, right? You are becoming a servant to the devil himself.
That's right.
You're doing the devil's bidding. No, but I'm arresting a little drug dealer nigga on the corner.
Right.
Okay, but who gave him the drugs?
Right.
I don't know no Negroes or Hispanics that own poppy fields or cocoa fields. Right? Or marijuana. Okay, you got a couple of, marijuana you can have. Well, no, marijuana is legal now.
Yeah.
That's legal. Esau legalized that.
Yeah.
So that's legal. But there was a time, so that, so all the people that got charges of marijuana, that should be expunged.
They should let them go.
Yep.
You know?
That's right. Or your record should be, if you got if you got any felonies or anything dealing with marijuana, that should be expunged.
Yes.
Because it's legal now.
It's legal.
So they should go and say, well, look, man, it's legal now, so it's not against the law. So, I'm asking that, like I said, you try to go get a job. Yeah, I got a record. What you got?
They charged me with marijuana.
No, I was selling weed.
Right.
I used to sell weed and I got busted. Okay, that should be expunged.
Right.
Because now you can go to a goddamn store and buy it.
Right
up the street. And legally buy it.
Yeah.
See how this devil is?
Yep.
See how this devil is?
Yep. Then you took something. Marijuana is a natural plant. How the fuck you gonna outlaw it any goddamn way? You know?
Oh, because it gets you people high.
Yeah.
Well, this man's the devil. They do all that for financial purposes. Remember back in the 30s, Prohibition. Alcohol gets you high. How many people died from alcohol?
Right.
Drunk drivers or mothers get drunk and start killing each other, right?
Yeah.
So alcohol should be illegal. But you know what? That actually happened.
Yep, sure did. Yep.
What was that 70, 80 years ago, Prohibition? Right? The whole Prohibition thing. Yeah. At one time in this country, it was illegal to drink or sell or have alcohol. But then they did it for like 2-3 years and they repealed it.
Yeah.
They repealed Prohibition.
Yeah.
See this devil?
And you know, a big part of why they overturned that shit was because Esau had these things called like speakeasies.
I know the speakeasies.
Yeah. And you see, Esau was getting in trouble.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much, Jake was getting in trouble. Esau was getting in trouble. So they was like, you know what? We fucking up our own people. change the shit back.
Well, see, when it comes to the elites, if you're not one of their elite families,
yeah.
they don't give a fuck about you. That's why they came down on Al Capone so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just Al Capone. Shit wasn't. It was named Joe Kennedy, the daddy of all the Kennedy.
Yeah.
He was a bootlegger. He amassed his fortune from bootlegging.
See that?
And he's an Edomite. So it was Edomites, right? But Joe Kennedy was an Irishman, right? And he might have been up in there, but he wasn't one of the elites.
Right.
So look, Esau don't even give a shit about
his
other Edomites.
Yep.
The elites, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and them guys, if you ain't actually of bloodline of them, they could give a fuck about you.
See that?
You see, it's about the elites and it's about the serfs. So they see, with Joseph Kennedy, he made his fortune, but then what? They whacked all of his sons.
Yeah, so yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And everybody knew he was a bootlegger. That was like common knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? But a bootlegger's son became the president of the United States, right?
Right.
So he was connected to a certain degree, but he wasn't up in there
not the top rank.
He wasn't in the top tier.
No.
But like Al Capone. Why do you think they came down on Al Capone and other bootleggers?
Yeah.
Right? That was the whole thing with the Untouchables, Elliot Ness.
Yeah.
And Elliot Ness was a government man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Treasury Department, which deals with money.
Taxes.
Like I said, it's all about, like Apostle Tahar said, these cops are number revenue officers.
That's it.
Okay?
They going out to collect debts. They going out to get money. Because Al Capone got hit with tax evasion.
Yeah, all the murders that this dude committed, he had maybe hundreds of people whacked.
Yeah.
Right? He had cops on the payroll, but they got him on tax evasion. But that's how they get you.
That's right.
Because they didn't care about the murders.
No.
Because it was just a bunch of guineas whacking each other.
Yeah.
And Al Capone was a Jake.
Yep.
Right? I believe he was from my son's mother. He was Italian, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think Al Capone was Sicilian. I think he was Napolitan. He was from Naples. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they all Jakes. The Calabrese, Southern Italy. Calabrese, Napolitan, Sicily. Okay? That's all Southern Italy. Those are all Jakes down there, man. Like I said, my oldest son's mother, she's Napolitan, and her mother was Sicilian, her father was Napolitan. So I know about that. So, and those are Israelites, those are Jakes,
right,
going back to the Moors. So they really wanted to get Al Capone, because they knew he was a nigga. The elites knew that this Guinea nigga, he's not gonna be a descendant of niggas anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So here it is, you had this Guinea nigga making millions of dollars, living like a king.
Right.
And he wasn't paying taxes.
Right.
So that's really why they locked him up.
Yeah.
This is all about revenue, man. See? Tribute.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you ain't giving tribute to the king of Babylon, they're going to get you.
That's right. Hey, the Lord said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. You know?
Yeah. No, go ahead, brother.
Okay. And it said, I'll read it from the top again. Romans 6:16.
That's a good one.
Know ye not that to whom ye...
And we'll end it on that.
Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey?
The servant of the devil, the king of Babylon.
That's right.
Esau, this devil.
Yep.
And they trick you to serve him. Go ahead, brother.
Whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness. So it's one or the other, you know? And there's no in between, you know? You either serving the power of righteousness.
They getting mad at this video.
They hate it.
Right, man, and all that. He brutalized you.
Yeah. Because he was an ex-slave.
Yeah, he was an ex-slave.
You know?
And the trickery of this devil. He uses witchcraft to seduce Jake. Man, Jake get drunk on the Babylon. That quick little point. I pray that this video was edifying. Lord willing,